Chapter 7. Get happy. Forgive everybody. Be grateful. Embrace the power of love. Start giving. Get happy. There is no way to happiness. Happiness is the way. Thich Nhat Hanh. When I was 5 years old, my mother always told me that happiness was the key to life. When I went to school, they asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. I wrote down, happy. They told me that I didn't understand the assignment, and I told them they didn't understand life. John Lennon. Ask the average person on the street what they want in life. Although they might not be able to articulate their plan for happiness or just what it is that will bring them happiness, their answer is happiness. So, what is this feeling of happiness we're all chasing and waiting for? Is it a state of mind, or is it an emotion? Aristotle, the ancient Greek philosopher, believed that happiness was more than a state of mind. You could feel happy, but you could also be happy. Aristotle thought this was the result when two key elements of our lives joined together. Hedonia, the feeling of pleasure, and eudaimonia, having a good life. Basically, being in a good place in life, content and comfortable, brings you to a state of mind that is positive, which reciprocates with more enjoyment and manifestation of an awesome life. Any discussion of happiness centers a lot on dopamine. Dopamine is a chemical in the brain called a neurotransmitter. It's responsible for feelings of pleasure and happiness. The electrical impulses come down the nerves. They hit the connection releases chemicals. The chemicals diffuse to the next nerve cell. They bind to receptors in the next nerve cell, and they cause an electrical chain. The chemical release is called a neurotransmitter. As we age, from teenage years onwards, we slowly use dopamine synapses and neurons in our brain. Thus, the use it or lose it theory can apply to our brains as we age. We want to seek out experiences that release dopamine. One surefire way to attain this is through physical activity and meditation. As far as happiness and the law of attraction are related, folks, being happy in the moment is not just a worthy goal. It is the key to your future success utilizing mind power. When thinking of your goals and aspirations, you must envision them like they've already manifested and get a happy and excited feeling when thinking about them. When I first read that I could have whatever I want if I just asked the universe with belief and desire, my response was, great! I'll have a black Lamborghini, a shit ton of money, and a never-ending supply of hot chicks knocking down my door. Many people are driven by greed for money and material things. Many people have these things and are miserable, though. This is not to say that money's bad and those that have lots of it are morally compromised. Money can be a very good thing when used properly. As I got older and read authors like Wayne Dyer and Louise Hayes, I came to the realization that life is a very short gift. It's at that time that my perspective turned from more selfish gains and materialistic goals to that of a more spiritualistic view, where living an abundant, fulfilling life has less to do with acquiring riches and things, and more to do with being of service to others and maintaining a feeling of peace and happiness in my heart and mind. To explain this perspective further, there are two main kinds of goals and values, which people will incorporate into their lives to experience the happiness they seek. Intrinsic goals, being of service to others, and extrinsic goals, Lamborghini and chicks. Extrinsic goals are extrinsic in that they focus on happenings external to you. They focus on rewards, praise, and getting stuff. The three main extrinsic goals are 1. Money and financial success. 2. Image and looking good. 3. Status and popularity. In contrast, we have intrinsic goals. They are satisfying in the way that they cater to an inherent physiological need that is present in all people. The three main intrinsic goals are 1. Personal growth, trying to manifest and become who you really are. 2. Human closeness, connected, nurturing, loving relationships, friends and loved ones. 3. Community feeling, a sense of wanting to make a difference and striving toward improving things locally and globally. Intrinsic goals are on the exact opposite side of value systems compared to extrinsic goals. They're in opposition to each other. Studies show that people who are more concerned about having the external stuff, like money and status, do not typically find acquiring these things brings them the experience of happiness and satisfaction. That is, money doesn't buy you happiness. These people are more susceptible to bouts with depression. In their day-to-day life, they often find themselves in a void of empty feeling. On the other hand, people who focus on intrinsic goals get fed by the nurturing experiences that fill your soul. They are less depressed and much happier folks. So many people desire material riches but don't realize if you are most of the time happy, smiling, content, and enjoying your life each day, you're already richer than some of the most affluent and wealthiest people on the planet. Napoleon Hill said, "You need a burning desire for what you want and an obsession for its attainment." But most importantly, when you're thinking and planning the good things you want in life, you have to be happy in the moments that you do the thinking and planning to have those dreams and aspirations come to fruition. If you're unhappy and feeling negative while you're wishing and goal-setting, relying on the thought that once you finally get the things you want, you will then be happy, it doesn't work that way. As Ernest Nightingale said in The Strangest Secret, it's like saying, "First, give me fire, and then I'll supply the wood." The awesome reality is that you can get the feeling of being happy and fulfilled, embracing the power of love and being spiritually rich, right now. The irony is, when you get into that mindset, your mindset does not change that much with the introduction of financial success and the acquisition of things to your life. As a matter of fact, the less you sweat it out in a state of desperate, unstable wanting, and switch to a calmer, more confident, reassured approach, with absolute certainty and belief in the things you desire to become your reality, the easier these things will come to you. Think to yourself that whatever you want wants you. Whatever it is that you desire most is moving quickly towards you. Happiness is not just about feeling content. More blissful, happy people tend to function better when they're more productive. They're healthier, and the research suggests they even live longer. Call out. Here's another tip. Don't let shit get you down. One of the key ingredients for happiness is being able to recover quickly from bad happenings. It's not like happy people don't respond to adversity. We're all human. Their advantage is that they recover more quickly. When shit gets you down, don't let it consume and fester. Sometimes, depending on the situation, it's easier said than done to not let bad shit get you down, but that's where a daily ritual of striving to immerse yourself with a positive outlook and feeling that things will work out, and that even out of the worst things there can be the silver lining. When life steps up and punches you in the stomach, the best thing you can do is go within and fix yourself from within through mind power and meditation. Forgive everybody. How can we further supercharge the practice of employing the law of attraction? Forgive everybody. Why do you need to forgive everybody? Think of all the people throughout your life that you feel have cheated, betrayed, physically harmed, or done you wrong in some way. Chances are many of those people at this point don't give their past incursions towards you a second thought. But in contrast, you might be holding on to feelings of anger, bitterness, or revenge. Through the act of forgiveness, you can release yourself from your self-imposed prison of holding negative soul-eating grudges. Powerful negative feelings are screwing you now far more than whatever these people did to you in the past. The act of forgiveness is not so much for their benefit as it is for yours. Forgiveness of others is, in fact, a gift that you can give yourself.